Do you know, I think when I press the live button, it goes live straight away.
Live.
Hi guys, we're live, but I'm slightly
Everyone.
behind. As always. Bear with.
Bearing with.
Bear with. All right, cool. Yeah, we have the live up here, just so I can see who's logged in, who hasn't.
I'm gonna do the same.
Good evening, fellow coaches. How you doing? I hope you're well.
Or morning or
Good morning.
afternoon, depending on where you are in the world.
Right.
Good job you've got me.
It is a good job I've got you, actually. I don't know where I'd be without you, Lisa. Probably way more successful. So anyhow, let's jump straight into this, because I think this is, again, one of those lives that people really need to hear. Like, really need to hear it, especially at the moment, especially in amongst what's going on at the moment. And this live is for you. Like, if you're somebody who is a coach, I'd hope, because you're in this group, right? You're somebody that just wants to get into conversation. You can just want to get into conversation and start talking to people, aka creating leads. You know, if you're somebody that wants those things, but you're spending time doing loads of other stuff, like either marketing or niching or spending time creating a client avatar, and it just isn't getting you into conversation with people, this is for you. And if that is you, give me a thumbs up, because I want to know who that is. We really want to know who that is, because we've got something that's cooking that's going to really serve you. So Lisa, why don't you kick off with this topic?
Yeah, okay. Well, I have done an awesome video, which I think I'm a bit too excited to image, which I'm too excited to hold back any longer. So I'm just going to share this straight away. Can you see that?
Hang on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so have more conversations. And then at the bottom, there's a picture of a lift, which is essentially representing your elevator pitch and all the other stuff that we get so caught up in that takes us away from doing conversations. So if you take anything from this live tonight, remember the big fat lips of my drawing. That represents getting into conversation. If you ever feel yourself asking the question, I don't know how to grow my business, I don't know where to start, I don't know how to find clients, that's it. I just drew it for you.
Yeah.
Have more conversations. That's it. And maybe don't even have an agenda after that. Don't have more conversations to try and hook somebody in to give you money. Just have the conversation and take your mind as best you can off anything else other than just service and just be in conversation with people. And I think also just going like upstream of having more conversations. Like I wanna understand what's going on in people's minds. So if I say to you, have more conversations, what do you feel inside? Like what do you instantly go to? Are you coming up with excuses? Are you coming up with reasons why you can't have conversations? Like that's what Sam and I really want to know about, because we could bang on about conversations all day long, but if there's something underneath that that's getting in the way, that's what we want to learn. That's what we want to learn about from you guys, so that we can explore it with you. And yeah, it's like if some of the questions are, well, how do I have more conversations? Where do I find people to have conversations with? There's work for us to be done there on mindset, because that isn't about that. For me, that doesn't feel like a practical. You don't need us to tell you where you can get conversations from. Like I guarantee if I said to you, I'll give you £1 million to get into conversation with someone, you would be able to find someone to have a conversation with. So there's something going on there in the mindset space that's stopping you from having those conversations. And that we're really curious about that.
Yeah, perfect point. And if that is you, like this whole group is about service and having conversations. And so it's very easy for us sitting here creating a monologue for you guys, but we want to hear from you. The only way that you're going to move forwards is to know something that you don't know now, or have an awareness of something you don't know of now. So if what Lisa said, which is perfect point, you know, what is it actually that's stopping you getting into conversations? Is it, well, I don't know who to talk to, or I can't talk to that person, or I'm just not sure where to start? Ask, put it in the comments now and let us know, either watching now or later, whenever, doesn't matter. We'll always come back to you. What is it that is stopping you from getting into conversation? What actually is it that's stopping you, do you think, from getting into conversation? And what I would love for everyone listening to this, again, either now or later, is to just get some clarity on exactly how to do that, exactly how to get into conversation. Because I remember in the early days, I mean, I tied it up the other day, actually. So I had a look at what I'd spent on marketing stuff in my early days, and it was easily 5-6 grand, like easily, with websites, with coaching, or it wasn't coaching at all, it was mentoring badly. And there was loads of other stuff I spent loads of money on. And the whole point was to get me into conversation. It was always sold to me, create leads. You're going to have more leads than you can handle. I was like, at the time, I was like, brilliant. And now I'm like, fuck that. I don't want more leads than I can handle. It sounds like a nightmare. So back then, it was like, yeah, that sounds like exactly what I'm looking for. So I did everything. And I know you did too, right? We did everything. And again, if this is familiar, let us know. And what was really interesting and what changed was somebody said to me, and it was a non-coach as well. They said to me, why is it so hard to start a conversation? Why do people do so much to get into conversation? And it really landed for me. I was like, shit, that's a really good point. Like, maybe it is just as simple as getting into conversation.
Yeah, there's definitely what you just said there, Sam. The word overthinking just screams out at me. Like, what if it was as simple as getting into conversation? End of sentence. You know, there's no and, there's no but, there's no however, there's none of that rest of the sentence. It is just as simple as getting into conversation. And usually when there's an end to that sentence, it's, but I don't think that they can afford me. Or it's probably they've got a lot of stuff going on right now, I don't want to bother them. Or there's always something. And that for me just feels like you're overthinking. You're overthinking. The same with niches, the same with elevator pitches, the same with, am I going to be able to help? I don't know. Why don't you get into conversation and find out? What if they say no? Great. Ask them why they said no. What are you making that mean? Just keep it really simple. Get into conversation, stop overthinking, but let us know what you are overthinking about. Let us know how we can help. Let us know what's going on inside those minds of yours, because we are not mind readers. As good as we are not mind readers.
Sometimes I can read minds in this group. I'm pretty sure people, they want clients. They want to be paid for coaching. It took a lot of energy to muster that one up, but I'm pretty sure I'm reading the minds right.
You have such power there, Sam. Wow.
It's unreal, isn't it? It's just untapped potential. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I think something that, because we really want to drop a bit of a value bomb in this conversation. And for me, what Lisa said was spot on around kind of mindset piece. And if this is what we would say, because this is an excerpt from our course. This is what we would talk about in this subject is, if you find yourself in a place where you're guessing and you're second guessing yourself when it comes to inviting somebody into a conversation, or just, I'd love for you to coach. I'd love for you to experience coaching with me. And maybe it's as simple as that to start off with, right? If you're getting to this place where you're feeling like you're withdrawing from that, you're fearful of that, you're scared of that, really check in with why you're doing it, with why you're inviting somebody into that conversation, right? Because I'm sure you would agree, Lisa, if we go in with a service mindset, like a service mindset of, I just want to know how I can help you. Let's talk. I'm going to do the one thing for you that no one else is going to do. I'm going to coach you and I'm going to serve you. Then the outcome isn't important anymore. And what we know about service creates clients. It's a byproduct. Money is a byproduct of service, not the other way around. And that's, I think, probably the most important distinction to make right now is, do you want to lead with service on your mind, or do you want to lead with money or creating clients on your mind? Because it's very difficult to have both and actually not necessarily important. Lead with service, you'll have a ton of conversations, you'll have a ton of yeses and tons of possibility. So yeah, that would be the value bomb that I want you guys to hear. So I'd love to hear if that resonates. So should we talk about what we're doing next week?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
All right. So next week, guys, we're actually going to do something really cool. On Tuesday evening, which same time as this, what we've decided to do is we've got our 8-week course, Create Your First or Next Client, going live on the 7th of July. What we've decided to do is take a good chunk of that course out around this subject, around connection and getting into conversation. We're going to take the actual course chunk out and we're going to present it to you on the live. So we're going to talk through it together. We're going to go a little bit deeper into some of the mindset stuff, and we're going to get super, super clear on where you're at and how to move through that. So I think I kind of covered it all. I just want you guys to really hear that next week we're going to go a lot more into that. So leave some space and time for it, because it will probably be a slightly longer live, but it will still be 7 o'clock. So if you'd like to hear about that, if you want to get stuck in, let us know.
I have nothing more. I have nothing more to add.
I can't believe it, guys. I've outspoken Lisa. This is unreal. This is going to be a first. I want to bathe in it.
You'll keep this recording forever.
I feel like I will. All right. So that's it from us, guys. We hope you found it valuable. Let us know what you heard in it. Let us know where you're stuck and where you're feeling limited with getting into conversation, because we are here to serve you. And those of you that know us, we know we don't hold back on service. So let us know what you think. Let us know where you're at. Lots of love, and see you later.
See you next time.